we have level 2, you know, policing of Disick that is going on, you know, with men traveling out. I think that the hurt feelings that are going on because you have women who are either lonely or they're with a man who they know that long term he don't see her as marriage material, but he's with her. And because he, you know, she's used to him or guys like him, she's going to stay in those relationships or stay dating a certain type of guy because she don't want to be single. But when you are, you know, around a man who shows in leadership and intelligence, you shy away from that because you've never known what that is like. You can't switch an on and off switch. I don't care what these gold digger dating coaches are telling you. I don't care what these, you know, you got some of these women who teach femininity. You can't turn a switch on and off. You just can't. It takes time. But you got some females who don't know how to take the long-term approach to everything. So what they'll do is they'll say, I want this, I want that. It was good, David. But in reality, that's not who they are going to be instantly attracted to. They're going to be attracted to that same dysfunctional degenerate that they've always been with. You know why? Because it's comfortable. You're never going to find the person for you unless you get out of that comfort zone, especially as a woman. You see, we as men, we're very adaptable. We date all types of women. We marry all types of women for different reasons. You never see, especially melanated men, you never see the majority of melanated men dating the same type of women. You just never see that. Now, we can look at athletes. We can look at, you know, melanated men, male entertainers, and we can look at their wives or girlfriends and say, okay, you know, they're dating similar women. But the average everyday guy is not dating the same type of women. You got dudes that'll date skinny women, big women. They'll date women who are domineering, and they'll date men that date women who are submissive. You're not going to see a bunch of us just dating the same type of women. But when you look at melanated women, a lot of them are dating the same type of men, and then they wonder why they get the same type of results. You're getting the same type of results because you refuse to change. At least with us, if something don't work, we gonna try something different. Because we don't want to continuously run into dead-end relationships. Because if it ain't us, then we got to say, okay, we got to switch up something. Something got to change. Do we got to go and make more money? Do we got to get in shape? You know, do we have to change our environment? What do we have to do to be able to attract the right women? We ain't about to continuously date women who are calling the police on us, who are trying to put hands on us, who may mess around on us. We're not trying to deal with those same type of women. And listen, after dating a few women, you understand the type of women you don't want and the men you want. You really gotta look at these things, man. The internet has destroyed self-esteem everywhere, but it's built up self-esteem. I think it has built up the self-esteem of women who are very insecure. They're so insecure, man. They get on social media every day and they have to show you what they look like. You know, when they were gonna take those likes away on Instagram, chicks was damn near ready to quit social media in general. Because I'm telling you, man, it builds up self-esteem, but it can also destroy self-esteem, as we have seen from some of the things that have happened on these Facebook Lives. Shout out to Saliva. White women are far more intelligent than black women when it comes to picking good men. I think Caucasian women, for the most part, they understand two-parent households. They understand what type of men will stay, what type of men will build, and they go after those men. They're not concerned about swag. They're not concerned about can he dress. They're concerned about can he make money. They're concerned about can he fit into my social circle. Is he gonna get along with my family? They're not concerned about whether whether he got hoes. They're not concerned about that, man. Do you know what I've heard from females, man? I've had females, when they first start talking to me, they'll be like, I bet you got hoes. Like, why does that even matter? Why do you care whether I have other women on the side? Why is that? Especially if I'm single. Because first off, if I'm single, how I got chicks on the side? That's what we gotta look at. Caucasian women they're concerned about financially, can he get me to where I want to be? They're not concerned about the same stuff that melanated women are. And that's why these women continuously date men who are broke. All they have is a car to their name. You got chicks that will date men just because he got a nice car, but he ain't got no place to stay. This dude is staying with friends, his mama, different women. But as long as he can dress, as long as he drive a nice car, they're willing to deal with him. And that's what's destroying a lot of these melanated women's self-esteem, because they date these guys and these guys end up leaving them. A dude who literally had nothing but a car and the clothes on his back, and he leaves you for another woman. If y'all don't think that messes with their self-esteem, I'm telling you it does. What woman wants to be left by a man that literally has nothing? Shout out to Kwame Hargrove. American dating culture, feminism has ruined relations between the sexes. It absolutely has. It has. Because you got women who, they are the breadwinners in America. You have a lot of melanated women, even Caucasian women have adopted this mindset of they want to be the breadwinners. The man has to live with them. They have to be calling the shots. All right, David, cool, man. And that's where we're at. We're at a situation where you got women, because they are supervisors or managers in the workplace. Shout out to David with the PayPal. Say Happy New Year from David Watts. Appreciate that, David. And shout out to K Money from the other day for supporting the stream. Now we all have to take a long collective look in the mirror and see why we are where we're at. But I'm telling you right now, you cannot be out here getting mad because somebody is dating a woman from another country, or maybe going to another country to possibly date other women, because again, those guys, you're not attracted to them, And also, if you are a woman who's dating a man who's not even from America, why are you giving a shit? Why do you even care who they're dating? You've already opted out. You're not dating one of these native brothers. So why do you care if they're going overseas? Why are you getting riled up? And it ain't just the women. You got some of these males who are getting in their feelings too about these melanated men going overseas. That says a lot about you. We all need to travel. I'm gonna travel. I can't wait till I do. I'm already doing some research on certain countries. I don't want to go nowhere and not do a little research on it. But We all need to travel. I've said this for the last couple of years. We all need to get out the country. We all need to experience dating other groups of people at least once, so we can get a clear idea of the dating landscape, you know? Unless you've met the love of your life and you have no care in the world to get out and date anybody right now, because you have somebody, right? I also want people to understand something. Whenever it comes to America and in Western culture, not just America, I would say in the UK, in certain parts of Europe, Western culture has become so degenerate and declined so much. Look at the women in entertainment, especially in like hip hop, even in R&B. Look at the women that they're propping up. Look at the one they're propping up. Meg Thee Stallion, Lizzo. You have this female rapper called Cupcake who just got according to some reports, she got a $8 million record deal. All you have to do is go look up Cupcake and you will see what I'm saying. Look at who they're propping up. Do you think any of this would fly in China? China's not about the whole, let people do whatever, act any type of way, any type of behavior. They do not play that in the Middle East too. But because it's because you have Islamic country, they're not going to criticize Islam because they need Islam. Never mind, I'm not even gonna go there. But there has been a steep decline in America for almost 50 years. There's been like a steep decline in American westernized culture because we have always been the standard of religion. We've always been the standard of, I would say, parenting, families, culture, and ever since the late 60s, it has been going downhill, and it is rapidly going downhill, I would say, in the past 10 years. Now, you got people who are in the military, right? They've traveled to different countries, They've had the chance to experience that at a very young age. You got people who are 18, 19, 20, traveling all over the world, They have a very good perspective. Being around different people, living around them, I think that's good too, because you get advancement into the world. You're very worldly, but you got a lot of people who've never been outside the country or just now starting to leave the country, and they get that experience, man. That experience is definitely a world changer. I would like to experience that. I've never been outside of the country, but I plan on doing so. Yeah, but I think that being able to travel is a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with leaving America and then going to some of these countries and seeing how people live their lives. And I think that, from my understanding, I think a lot of people should be, especially a lot of women who have all these rights nowadays and are still complaining, should be very thankful of the freedoms that we have here. Because we have freedoms here that they don't really have in other countries. And people who have traveled outside of the country, people who've been in the military, people who have been to all these different places, they will tell you that you should be thankful for the rights that you have. On to Barbados. Oh yeah, that's where you at, Shan? Oh, of course I'm gonna visit some of these melanated islands. You know what I'm saying? Got one or two on the list. One or two on the list, But speaking to my black people, if you're looking for love in other countries, I would say the best thing you can do is to start a whole new life there.